Hello, welcome back to another video. Today, I'll go ahead and introduce myself once again. My name is Mireya Sanchez.
My name is Alexxus Jackson.
And we'll be working together to complete the Moving Files RPA project. So to start off, we're going to click on Process, and I'm going to go ahead and name this Moving Files. My typing skills are not the best, but that's okay. Create. And I'm going to go ahead and allow that to load.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go to we're in projects and go to the activities. I'm going to go ahead and put my flowchart here. Okay. Flowchart. So sorry about that. I did not show the step of opening main, perfect, and then we can go to activities, and then we can go to flowchart. Let me double click that, and then I'm going to double click this as well. And I want to go ahead and do sequence, and I'm going to connect those two together. So we're going to sequence, double click this, perfect, and I'll connect these as so. Perfect. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to rename this as moving files between folders. I'm going to go ahead and erase the sequence. One second. Between, so we're going to go flowchart. Between folders. Sorry about that. Okay. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is
we're going to go in here and go into the variables section, and I'm going to go ahead and create a variable. This variable I will call number of files. I'm going to go ahead and change the variable type to be array of, and then put string, and select OK. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and create our counter variable. The counter variable we're going to leave as integer 32 so that it tells us how many times it moved, and source path here, and we can go ahead and leave that as string. Click outside to officialize that. Okay, so after that, I'm going to go ahead and add in the assign tool. Okay, let me retry that. Assign. I'm going to add it in here. Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and name this number of files. And then I want to name this one directory. Document files. In parentheses, source path with the previously created variable. So now I can get the number of files from the source path. Next thing I want to do is for the bot to message us. So we're going to go ahead and message box, and double click that here. And I want the message to say number of files dot count dot to strings. Files to be moved.
So next we want to inform our counter that we're starting at 0. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and add in another element. In this case, I'm going to add in one named assign. I'm going to drop that right below this message box, and I'm going to go ahead and put counter, and I'm going to start it at 0, like such. Okay, next thing we're going to do is go ahead and tell the bot what to do for each of the files assigned. So I'm going to go ahead and search up for each here. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that right below my assigned element here. So for each item in number of files, we're going to go ahead and move the file. So I'm going to go ahead and search up move file here. Yep, right there. And I'm going to drop that into the activity like such.
What we want to do is we need to have a destination for this to go to. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go to the destination that I created in my desktop. I'm going to file destination. I'm going to copy this address over. I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to go ahead and Control V that. And then I want to establish my source path. So I'm going to go to source path. And I'm going to create a file destination here. So I'm going to do file destination. And we're going to do address as text, and then we'll come here and Control V, the destination.
Okay, so if we were to run this right now, it would actually go ahead and just run one file. However, we want it to go ahead and run an exhaust, so basically all of the files. In order to do that, we're going to go ahead and add in a assign. So I'm going to go over to here, search up assign, and I'm going to go ahead and add an assign right under my move file. And I'm going to assign the counter to the counter plus 1, like such. Okay, so just to kind of summarize what we've done, we have here our assign telling the files in the directory. We're telling it to move the files. We're assigning the counter to 0 here, and for each we're saying move the file, and then in the counter go ahead and do +1 just to make sure that moves all files and not just one file, as opposed to if it didn't have this assign element. Before I run it, I do want to go ahead and change the for each from object to string right there. And for the move file, we're going to go ahead and allow the path to be item right there.
Okay, now we have everything in. We're going to go ahead and hit debug. Okay, we have a few errors, but we're going to fix those. So we're going to go ahead and try to debug this one more time. All right. Value cannot be null. Parameter path. All right, we're going to figure this part out. 1 second.
All right, so now that we've fixed all of the little bugs, we're gonna go ahead and place some files. We've gone ahead, and place some files in the file source so that when we run it again, we can actually see how our bot will move these files into the file destination.
So now we're going to run the files, run it with the files we have.
And now we see that our 7 files were moved from the source path to the destination file. Okay, so just to make sure, we should be able to see these. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. We should be able to see these files in our destination now. And now we see that they are in the destination and they came from the file source where there's 0 files now. And that is the end of our moving files RP.
Thank you for watching.